So you've started collecting Golden Age comic books and you want to know how to store them. Well, first of all, you need to think about the environment you're going to store them in. You probably need to think about relative humidity of about 35 to 45%. As far as temperature is concerned, you want to think about temperature that's probably between 65 degrees to 70, not more than 75 degrees. You want to keep them stored in a room suitable for comic books to be stored. So if you think about it, the humidity and the temperature, if the humidity is high and the temperature is high, it's going to cause acid breakdown in the cheap newsprint paper that old comic books were printed on. So you don't want to put them in the attic. You don't want to put them in the garage. You want to put them in a room suitable for comic books at that humidity level and that temperature level. So once you've done that, then how do you store the books inside that environment? Well, first of all, you need a good bag and a board to put them in. So what I use is a Mylite bag with an acid-free board. This is a 2 mil Mylite bag and a 4 mil acid-free board. They work really well. This is the super Golden Age size that I use for almost all of my Golden Age books. They fit great, they are easy to get in and out of boxes, and if you need to get the book in and out of the bag, they're very easy to do that. You don't need anything real extreme. This will do you just fine. Now, what kind of box do you put the books in? Do you put them on bookshelves? Well, you can do that and store them on bookshelves, but remember, they are exposed to light out here, and we'll talk about that in a moment. What I do is I keep my Golden Age comic books stored in short boxes in an environment that's suitable for the books. So the short boxes are easy to maneuver, they're easy to get the books in and out of. You want to keep them relatively tight in the box. You want them to be upright in the box. Not so tight that you can't get the books in and out, but tight enough so they're compressed. If you don't have enough books to fill up the box, then use some filler to keep the books upright and compressed. A very important aspect of storing comic books is, as I said a minute ago, keep them out of the light. Don't expose them to sunlight. Don't expose them to UV or fluorescent lighting. And here's a good example of why you don't want to do that. This is a copy of Detective Comics number 69. Beautiful Jerry Robinson Golden Age Joker cover, one of the sought-after Golden Age Joker covers during the Golden Age. And this book sat in a display case in a comic book store for many, many years, exposed to UV lighting. So don't do this with your comic books, and you'll enjoy them a whole lot more.